Granny used to tell me all the time, sparks when faith and preparation combine. The road been right here all this time, but you gotta look with more than your eyes. And the small axe Jesse Ryle representing for I Just Star Mindset, rich forever.
Conquering lion shall break every chain. Ethiopia Royal Nation Well Kingdom. Ethiopia Africa Black International Congress Church of Salvation. The Sabbath to be kept holy. Formerly headquartered at 54B Spanish Town Road, now headquartered at 10 Mile Bull Bay. King Emmanuel VII, down Niagara. Rastafari. This is a call for unity. I, the Right Honorable King Emmanuel Charles Edward, the Lord's servant, the Black Christ in flesh, speak to all Black Ethiopian sons and daughters from Jamaica to Africa, also worldwide, international. All black sons and daughters universally are to drop X now and take up all. Say away with politics and politicians. Politicians cannot help anyone. They cannot take you to God. God do not want them, for they are evil. They only use you to kill off yourself. Now is the time for you to unite yourself. Love one another. Stop voting X, for X is wrong from school days. It is slavery. Black Ethiopians, you should not be divided amongst yourselves. All workers universally should come together and work for themselves and stop supporting the politicians and the unions. They could not help you, for they are evil amongst you. They teach you to hate yourself. After they starve you, they then give you a gun to shoot yourself. They do not tell you to shoot the Indian, the Chinese, or the white men. They only teach you to shoot your black self. They do not teach you to shoot those whose belly is full, only your hungry black brothers and sisters. I, King Edward, the defender of human rights and justice, have been in this country since the time of the 14-man ruling to this present government. And I do not see what the politicians have done for the people, why the people love them so much. The only thing they have given you is brutality and starvation. And when you cry unto them, they say you have to bite the bullet. To what you are receiving now, it is better you stop working and find back a union with Christ and seek your homeland of Ethiopia, Africa. Withdraw from the white world, politician world. Do not work for a next man who do not look like you. Work for your black self. You must come to one unity like you did in 1938. Come to unity of strength and light of yourself in salvation and drop politicians. When you have a banana, break it among yourself and stop destroying yourself. When you destroy yourself, you destroy your life from yourself. When you destroy yourself, you destroy the love of fellowship from yourself. When you destroy yourself, you destroy salvation from yourself. When you destroy yourself, you destroy the glory of your Father from yourself and bring yourself to the evil of the evil world. Now is the time for you to find yourself in righteousness of salvation. Righteousness is mightier than sin. Righteousness exalts a nation, and sin bringeth the people to a reproach. Marcus Garvey have said that they could fool some of the people, but they could not fool all. Therefore let go politics and stop marking X, for X put back shekels on your feet, which is about to take you. Let your voices be heard. Call out for Africa. If you want banana walk, look it in Africa. If you want cane field, look it in Africa. No one can run you from there, for Africa is your birthland from creation birth. The politicians do not teach you that you come from Africa, for they want you as a slave. They teach you that you have to die to see God, which is folly. For Christ say he is the God of the living and not of the dead. I am now showing you all that Africa belongs to you. God and goddesses can never change. So arise and own Africa 4 wings universally. Leave the evil world teaching and come to the union of the Black Christ to save yourself. We are Ethiopians, we are African. We come down from the river Nile as a wise people. Because of this we are ever wise, although we are in the evil world. Therefore let us see the naturality of ourselves and do what is right. I and I who come down from the river Nile were well educated with wisdom, knowledge and understanding unto this day. That is why we are able to fill up ourselves with wisdom, knowledge and understanding in this time, to return forward up the Nile where we came from. Let us see ourselves as of Israelites. Let us see ourselves as of Ethiopian sons and daughters, because we are the royalty of the earth, gods and goddesses of the earth. The first birth is ours. Before any human being was on the face of the earth, the black man and woman was here, the black Christ in flesh and blood and the black Mary. Own God in flesh and blood and let go X. Own salvation in flesh and blood and let go Christianity. Politics cannot help you, Christianity cannot help you, for they all are Satanism. That is the way Satan set his world to hold you. Remember, he beat you to make you do the wrong and not the right. He beat the right out of you and turn you to wrong. Calling upon the people in Jamaica and worldwide to see what you are doing. It goes for those in the cane field, the factory, the office, the sidewalk, also the police and soldier. Calling upon the black police to remember that white police are coming in to kick you out and replace you. If you want to save yourself, you have to seek your homeland of Africa. Marcus Garvey said that in the last days, these days, you will have to drop your pants and join the line when the saints go marching in. I say again, from the time of the 14-man rule into this government, you have not got anything except to break rock stone, and it should not be so, for Africa is your own. Time is running out, slavery is upon you again, shekel will catch your feet again. All those government houses that you are living into and cannot finish pay for will be taken away from you when America, Britain, Canada and the rest come in. As you can see, they are coming in already. There is no government in the country, for Queen Elizabeth II told the Prime Minister to turn the country into sports. That is why there is no work. This is Satan's kingdom. Society is Satan's kingdom, therefore all who make up the society world is Satan. That is why no good can come from them toward the people. Christ's kingdom do not carry society. Christ's kingdom is a kingdom of equality and justice where none is higher than the other. Now is the time for you to tie your belly and weep to fulfill Jeremiah 9. Calling upon black women to tie their belly with a black turban and weep for Africa to save yourself from slavery. Now and now and not a day over. The people who work for Satan is Satan angel. I, the Right Honorable King Emmanuel Charles Edward, am speaking to the black nation of people in Jamaica, also worldwide internationally, my brothers and sisters. We know that no one can fight against the prophecy of the Almighty God. Others will come around you and force you out of yourself to do something which cannot help you or help them either. It could only help them for a time. It is just like when the Honorable Marcus Garvey said that America would come down here and spend a lot of money. Honorable Marcus Garvey said that the black Ethiopian sons and daughters here in Jamaica should not rest their hope on America, because America is only for a short time through the judgment of the Almighty God. You must turn to Africa, that is where your eternity is. You must call upon the politicians for your freedom, redemption and international repatriation to Black Africa through 7 or 9 or 13 mile of Black Starliner high water ship. Find back your own vine and fig tree under the banners of the red, gold and green with black 5-point star and red, black and green with black 5-point star. Africa is the bread basket of the whole wide world. We the black Ethiopian Israelite know God because we were the first gods of the earth. I and I never built a bomb or made war with anyone. I and I rule under God in flesh and blood. The white world rule under the devil world of shadow and spirit. That is why they have the world under a dead philosophy of a spirit God that no one can see. Christ did prove himself to be God in flesh and blood, visible, touchable in St. Luke chapter 24. Holy Emmanuel Selassie Rastafari. So we come to bring back the world to God in flesh. The evil world do not show us of the living God in flesh, as we are doing now. The white world do not show us of the true divine brotherly and sisterly love amongst ourselves, as we are doing now. They only tell us that we have to die to see God, and the one who lost their dearly beloved never see them return to say that they have seen God. Calling upon black Ethiopians nationally and internationally and worldwide to drop the devil philosophy of the white world. Drop politics and find back God in flesh and blood. Selassie Rastafari. I come to bring you back to find yourself, so that you could find your kingdom in flesh, while you live, not when you die. For dead men tell no tales. You must bring back yourself to be loyal and true. The evil world never taught us that the black world of people is God and Goddess. I come to do so now. Only one salvation stand, the black Christ salvation of the black world. Only one church stand to bring back all people to themselves, and that is the black Ethiopian church of God in flesh. We do not mix the wrong with the right like how the world is doing, for that could not work. You could not leave flesh undone and take spirit alone. That would make you an antichrist. First Epistle John chapter 4. Give thanks for those who could bring back themselves to a naturality. The evil world fool us out of ourselves as if we did not come from anywhere. Yet they know that we come from Africa. Therefore they must return all black Ethiopians worldwide to our heaven. Africa for the African, those at home and us abroad, through Article 1 to 15 to 30 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Queen Elizabeth II, who is the Queen of Jamaica, declared that God knows in 1966 that the Jamaica government, which is this present government, is to hurry up and do what they are doing, for she want America, Canada and New Zealand to come in and do her business. She also declared at King's House that there is an individual man in this country who no one is to molest, for in time to come, which is this time, this man shall be Lord over her Lord, the Black Christ. Jehovah, Jah, Rastafari. Those that God knows could not say it was not so. The people must make the Jamaica government bring forth the individual man, or make Queen Elizabeth do so through the people's voice. The voice of the people is the voice of God. The people is the government. Therefore, anything the people want, they must get it. Ask for it in the right way. Freedom, redemption, and international repatriation to Black Africa. Calling upon the people nationally and internationally to drop politics, for politics is Satanism. X is Satanism, X is death. Those who are dead could not have eternal life. If Christ never come in this flesh and temple to bring us back to ourselves, no one would be saved, not even the white men with all their backship. Pray to live to see God in flesh. They take gun to kill us all because they want to rule, but they could not rule, for we are the first ruler. God bless us in ourselves to fulfill these words and keep the commandments of the Almighty. The Sabbath is to be kept holy. Exodus 20 and 31. 6 days may work be done, but the seventh is the Sabbath of rest. Sabbath start from 6 p.m. Friday to 6 p.m. Saturday. Also remember Deuteronomy 28 to 31. Study these chapters to bring back ourselves to reality and to bring back ourselves to a divine people. Selassie, Jah, Rastafari. Cast away bad mind and hatred from us and find back love and human settlement through Article 1. God bless all those who take the word of this program to bring back themselves. The first commandment is love with clean hands and pure heart. Therefore have bad heart and bad mind with no one. This message goes right through the root of Africa, 4 wings, and for us here also. Remember the promise, hold fast until I come. Behold, I come quickly. 1,000 years in my sight are like an evening gone. Freedom, redemption, and international repatriation. All prison doors to fly open, all captive to be set free universally. My peace I give unto you, not what the world giveth, but what I, Jesus of Nazareth, the Black Christ, giveth peace and love. Jehovah, Jah, Rastafari, Eli, Selassie, Jah, Rastafari. Call upon all royal Ethiopian sons and daughters to own our Amharic, for that is our ancient language and culture from creation. Hope you mighty race we can accomplish what you will. We will be coming off the year for a short moment. Therefore you must study this program carefully and bring back yourself to the right of these words until you hear from us again. God be with you till we meet again. King Emmanuel 7, Adonai God, Jah, Rastafari. Remember our celebration coming up on November 2nd as we celebrate the coronation of our God and King. 72 nation bow and crowning King Selassie, Jah, Rastafari. God be with you till we meet at Nego's feet. I am the most right, Honorable King Emmanuel Charles Edward, the Lord Servant, the Black Christ in flesh, President of the Ethiopia Africa Black International Congress, Black Secretary General of Black United Nations, King of the Races, I Negos rule Israel, King Emmanuel VII, Adonai God, Jah, Rastafari.
You're in tune to the mindset. Let the action speak. Do something that's timeless. Rock them and crack them. Jabari representing I Just Star.
Can you describe to me what your religion is about that you have here?
Oh, my religion is freedom, redemption, repatriation, do our one violent victory, that Ethiopia, that Africa, that Jerusalem, it's in that Sababa, Africa, our unit, we are contact, it's in Ethiopia, head, crown head, black crown head, and we are also defending Africa, well, nation well kingdom, nation well government, and we show why, and we nation crown head, black crown head, Zion, heavenly children, Israelites, the black house of Israelites, of Ethiopia, royal sons and daughters. With New Jerusalem shall rise up to them in this last day of our Lord Negroes, Selassie. Rastafari. Fuljoy. Rastafari. You know? So, and this thing continues too long, you know? Why can I do, you know? So, surely come to see it done, you know? So, there's nothing say one, and who among me, you know? As one, you know? So, we say, quit down, you know? That's not right. This one come and do it. This one pay and you do a part, you know? They don't pay me nothing. The salvation is free. We earn money, we earn prize, you know? This is free to work free, you know? That's not right. So, you know, it's in the Seabed and all those in Jamaica and all those United Nations, a man who was a representative, and the champion for human rights in this country in Jamaica, and physically, in this world, and international to United Nations Seabed, Africa in Jamaica, a man who stands in international law rights, to human justice, human equality, you know, to the world of equality. They belong to the Black Christ. And that's not how the world could have been no equal except Christ himself. And because when Christ comes back, it's a new kingdom, you know, he is here with us now, because he's ruling now. Not the rule of people who have a free justice here, but through the evil world, over the world, you know, we rule and we bring back the evil back to our attention. I and I could get out of themselves, out of them among them, and getting ourselves in our black world, nationwide kingdom, more side. They come on with no, you know much they come on with, come on purely and colonialism.
You don't watch the...
No, because it's like colonialism and pluralism, because that is Britain.
So the economy, what happens outside there doesn't really matter.
No, it don't matter. It's nothing, no? Because the nation world kingdom is something, because we are a nation of a people. No?
So you consider your world a nation in itself?
Well, sure, and that is naturality.
Well, how do you exist then?
Oh, my existence, I say, it's a few bloom, and I just live with a few bloom. We are still, and we live. You don't make no way worry, because Africa is our world. You know? Africa, we see Africa, we talk Africa, we see Africa, we do everything Africa. Africa is our one bird.
So, you think your religion is one that came here when slavery came here from Africa?
Oh, sure. I creation was. I was. So I could remember creation birth to everyone. I incarnation born to everyone.
Are you in contact with any African people of your same religion?
Oh, I don't contact definitely, you know, I contact, you know. But my word wake up all. So you was I and I was them. So what I stand and tell them, and what they hear from my advice, then they hearken unto you, that is just right, you know? The black man have a right. The white world has no right. The white world take away the black man right and use it. And we work him as a slave. So we say we come and take back the white man right and give back the black man, because the black man was right. And he knew that himself too, the white world knew that himself. And when I had to go and back of shit, we couldn't help him.
Do you have plans to grow, you know, get bigger, get more members in?
More true. I have a plan to get more, and a plan to get 7 miles of black salt on the water there to go home. But I won't take no part in Jamaica no more, and the moment a man says sitting there. I don't want.
You still want to go back to Africa?
Almost natural. Then you couldn't stop me. That's judgment. Yeah? Yeah? So I would say who was me in Jamaica, then they fall, they couldn't hold the princess. They hold me to a moment I know they couldn't hold me for. They couldn't hold me for the reality of our times.
Can you explain to me, you know, the setup, you know, the gentlemen are called Prince, and, you know, the whole, how the church is set up, right?
Oh, you see, come up with this now, two prince, you know, and you couldn't get a prince, you have a king. And so they don't cry with you for a king, and I say that for a ruler, but I say that, and we all is the king, and we all were the prince, and also empress and were the princess and goddess. So that's why this thing come, because the first God was a king, like the black God of this world. He was a king, and we are the prince and princess, Father God and Goddess, Father Lord. But he was a God and he was a king. So we are his children. So we must be a prince and we must be a goddess, and you know.
Okay. Thank you.
But you know, I don't want to come to the right. Where does right, you know? Where am I? When I start the right, don't make up the night. Huh? I won't teach you or tell anything about the wild man of gold. Because if I tell you that, I will tell you to yourself. I will sit around. Huh? When I say about yourself now, I say about your God. Because black man will have a God. Because no man can create himself before himself.
Oh, you don't think one God created everybody?
One man, you know?
Oh, I see. Oh, you think one
Me
man
I
created,
tell you,
both black
me
and
I
white?
tell you, my, me I tell you, mindset, mm-hmm.
We are the children of Jah. We are His dwelling place. We are the children of Jah. Look what our hands can make. Look what our minds can make. Until it's sci-fi and fake, it looks like non-biodegrade. See now, we are the children of Jah. Look what our hands can make.
Me I tell you, mindset,
Him not a Babylon say. Robot armies of a drone embrace. Robot armies of a drone embrace. Be a satellite cyber warfare at a hectic pace. There are some social ideals that must be replaced. They can already annihilate a race, human race. We are the children of Jah. Look what our thoughts can make. Yeah. Exhilaration of this space. Space. Yeah. Who made space race? Hey. The children of Jah. Children of Jah. We need to revere this place, preserve this place, maintain and keep our place. Earth, the whole earth. They only studied of the lightning and the thunder. Ignition and combustion way. Fire is the element of change. Children of Jah. Oh, children of Jah. Oh, children of Jah. Keep your faith.
Children of the Most High, children of the Most High, let's with the Most High. nights were in flight. Why you wasting your time with negative thoughts in mind? Thinking about committing crime, not thinking about the outcome. It's there to see you smile, watching you all the while, hoping to see you falling, cannot see themselves sinking deep into misery, sadly casting judgment on ones. Stand firm, children of the Most High, blessed with the Most High. Children of the Most High, Most High. Children of the Most High, blessed with the Most High. Children of the Most High, over preoccupied, can't get no time for your life, working to pay off some loans and then to keep you paying. They say the interest raising, we can't afford to slow down. Weapons of distraction to stare ones into wrong, that cause all kind of problem to have your family crying. No, we don't wanna happen, so think before reacting. Stand firm, children of the Most High, blessed with the Most High. Children of the Most High, Most High. Children of the Most High, blessed with the Most High. Children of the Most High. Children of the
After we say big man,
Most High.
float big man. Some boy have gone like a school, them a run up at them yard. I be a little girl in a school uniform. I want real I hear me not sorry for none of them. The law will take its course, you hear that? Take this. Burn those thinking, the negative thinking. Burn those thinking, the child molesting. Burn those thinking, the negative thinking. If we burn, if we burn, if we burn. John was said sicking. See some big man, some look up with them with them chicken. Catching them with burgers and French fried chicken. Catching them with blings, rings we are not for him. But I get caught, me not sorry for him. After we say big man,
Rock them and crack them.
float big
You're
man.
in tune to the mindset.
Some boy have gone like a school, them a run up at them yard.
That's tight.
I be a little girl in a school uniform.
I
I want real I hear me not sorry for none of them. The law will take its course, you hear that? Take this. Burn those thinking, the negative thinking. Burn those thinking, the child molesting. Burn those thinking, the negative thinking. If we burn, if we burn, if we burn. John was said sicking. See some big man, some look up with them with them chicken. Catching them with burgers and French fried chicken. Catching them with blings, rings we are not for him. But I get caught, me no sorry for him. Can't come a day without make shampoo hit him. Can't come a man the film make bigger than whipping. In the same, in flipping. Hey, you know say I'm head him sicking. Tell him this. Burn those thinking, the negative thinking. Burn those thinking, the child molesting. Burn those thinking, the negative thinking. If you burn, if you burn, if you burn. Girl, go on to school, man can't wait. First thing, go get yourself educate. In your book, me want to start meditate. Cause me know why you name your name for bull cake. Hold your head high and keep the faith. Me know why you end up like reprobate. Walk the line straight, look out for pirates. What? Them only want come now see up the slate. So me say, burn those thinking, The negative thinking, burn those thinking. The child molesting, burn those thinking. The negative thinking, if it burn, if it burn, if it burn. John was say sicking. See some big man, some look up hitting with them chicken. Catching them with burgers, French fried chicken. Catching them with rings we are not for him. The bugger get caught, me no sorry for him. Can't come a day without some action go kick him. Can't come a man the film a bigger and whip him. In this in flipping, I you know see them head him sicking. Tell them this, all burn those thinking. The negative thinking, burn those thinking. That child molesting.
Sana in the street you will feel style. Fi make the coil in the street you will feel style. Fi mama pot can boil in the street you will feel style. Fi make the coil in the street you will feel style. Fi the girls can smile in the street you have to stylish. You have to act like a man you can't childish. Can't enough of them youth are too violish. Survival are the key and them have to survive it. Mama want house by hill, she want car to drive it. Mama want the big fat jet we private. Bigger heads have the money and I hide it. To other rhythm me a band me a feel in the street you will feel style. Fi make the coil in the street you will feel style. Fi mama pot can boil in the street you will feel style. Fi make the coil in the street you will feel style. The girls can smile in the street you have to know to make it. More time my voice produce and not take it. Keep it real my youth don't fake it. Right now me want a money chief it shake it. Kawa to them in no come to make fun with the road. Money have to run when me done with the road. Police a come me run with the load. And stop a taxi man when him a run with it. In the street you will feel style. Fi make the coil in the street you will feel style. Fi mama pot can boil in the street you will feel style. Make the coil in the street, you will feel style. For the girls can smile in the street, yeah. In the street, yeah. In the streets and weeds. Asana in the street, yeah, yeah. So we are making them know. Dirty Babylon. Them a tell me say it hard, it hard. Them a tell me say it hard, it hard. Every day poor people say it hard, it hard. As the sister that the system a fraud. And me say people a starve every day cause it hard, it hard. In a foreign and down in a yard. Babylon of the people them a live like dog. So me say that it hard, it hard. Every day me see the system neglecting the people them a treat them like them keep on forgetting, sir. How the people them see money let them get. Now what pagans me see the youth them stepping with. Me say them nah take no talk. It's right I know them even just a shadow after dark. Cause dirty Babylon me see them have no heart. Them get for them she I know them want our part. Missy said that them moving speedy. Them want the whole care because them blasted greedy. Them not care about the poor and needy. Make some time me feel fi squeeze it. And left the place in a pure mess. Cause them really want to see me life stress. Me know them want to see me lifeless. But King Selassie I me bless. Them a tell me say it hard, it hard. Them a tell me say it hard, it hard. Every day poor people say it hard, it hard. Cause the sister that the system a fraud. And me say people a starve every day cause it hard, it hard. In a foreign and down in a yard. Babylon of the people them a live like dog. So me say that it hard, it hard. Babylon fi stop take the poor people them fi fool. Just because some of them didn't make it into school. Them use and abuse through the rule. Because them want treat people like mule. But tell them say we are no animals. Cause dirty Babylon they moving like some cannibals. But me fire on the might in your wall. Cause right now the situation getting critical. Every day people ball say them want a change. And when me looking at the system, yeah we kinda strange. Babylon them need to change them ways. Cause them a lynch for more than 500 years. Me not stop on the fire red. So Babylon just get this in your head. And listen what eyes on us say. Yeah. Them a tell me say it hard, it hard. Them a tell me say it hard, it hard. Every day poor people say it hard, it hard. Cause the sister that the system a fraud. And me say people a starve every day cause it hard, it hard. In a foreign and down in a yard. Babylon of the people them a live like dog. So me say that it hard, it hard. Hard, it hard. hard. Me say that it hard, it hard. Them a tell me say it hard, it hard. Them a tell me say it hard, it hard. Every day, poor people say it hard, it hard. Cause the sister that the system a fraud. And me say people are starve every day cause it hard, it hard. In a foreign and down in a yard. Babylon of the people, them a live like dog. So me say that it hard, it hard. It hard. It hard, it hard.
Rock them and crack them. You're in tune to the mindset. Let the action speak. Do something that's timeless. Rock them and crack them. Jabari representing I Just Star. You gone far. Rock them and crack them. You're in tune to the mindset. Let the action speak. Do something that's timeless. Rock them and crack them. Jabari representing I Just Star. You gone far. Rock them and crack them. You're in tune to the mindset. Let the action speak. Do something that's timeless. Rock them and crack them. Jabari representing I Just Star. You gone far. Rock them and crack them. You're in tune to the mindset. Let the action speak. Do something that's timeless. Rock them and crack them. Jabari representing I Just Star. You gone far.
See me now. Aye. Up on my side. To all the great legends. Some are leave and some are gone. See me now. No. For fun I rights. Culture. Holy man.
Skis on it.
From me reminisce the time when me born. All the great legends that live and some are gone. In a books, in a real life, me give thanks and praise for the good things they did unto humanity. King of kings, I'm about to hail you first. Emperor Selassie, I the ruler of the earth. African unity and self-reliance, so we could have get independent. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. Phineas and Tua, Papa JJ Raleigh, Lily
Rock them and crack them. You're in tune to the mindset. Let the action speak. Do something that's timeless. Rock them and crack them. Jabari representing I Just Star. You gone far.
For fun I rights. Culture. Tradition.
Skis on it.
From me reminisce the time when me born. All the great legends that live and some are gone. In a books, in a real life, me give thanks and praise for the good things they did unto humanity. King of kings, I'm about to hail you first. Emperor Selassie, I the ruler of the earth. African unity and self-reliance, so we could have get independent. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, Phineas and Tua, Papa JJ Raleigh, Lily the first, Nelson Mandela, Robert Mugabe, Marcus Garvey. They love the great legends. Africa, beloved continent, is free forever. From mental slavery, keep the tradition and the culture. Big up all the heroes and the great ancestors. Fought for our freedom, lovely and justice. 60 years down the line, but we seek for better. Better for the ghetto youth and better for the pocket. Bone corruption and think about the future. Hail the kings and queens, yeah. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, Phineas and Tua, Papa JJ Raleigh, Lily the first, Nelson Mandela, Robert Mugabe, Marcus Garvey. They love the great legends.
Actual and potential potential wealth. Gold, diamond, copper,
Anguya,
iron ore, uranium, asbestos, cobalt.
A good yen in the Bayer. Yes, Safukanta, yes,
Africa is rich and not poor. It is Africans who are poor, not Africa. I raise this point so that it will stay in your mind.
King Shaka Zulu, Jomo Kenyatta, Namdi Azikiwe, Henry Patrice Lumumba, big up to Akon. Down in a shanty town, cause the youths them are living in disarray. From sunrise to sundown, the streets are getting hard. Bills are getting harder to pay. And I've seen no changes changing. No changes, yeah. Yes, I've seen no changes. All I see is poverty and decay in a shanty town. Yes, down here in a city, Kingston. Yes, in a prison over. So men no fighting war of the price. Yes, somewhere in the ghetto. Where no money na road. Where people finding more ways of survival. All I sight is attitude and there's no views within them statement. Only have seen a mix of mood. No movers and no shakers, all I see
Rock them and crack them. You're in tune to the mindset. Let the action speak. Do something that's timeless. Rock them and crack them. Jabari representing IJStar. You gone far.
And I saw them groups of the angels, sturdy worker bee, and therefore, international collaborative genocidal study of these commandos across the sea. Ooh. Military weather. You see the ganja them put fire for ease. As for who stay together, demystify the beat. I all of Blanca full island, for worthless such as these, as this them one believe. Well, skills of the youth keep on coming. Hey, skills of the youth keep on coming. Yeah. Come bring it to them to keep the lead. Just stay your hand on. One time man come down for the done, for the done, for the done, for the done. Don't always them airplane feet. 36,000 above, man, and still must have on the wheels. Building biological plague across the sea. Luciferian in them rolling dreams. And I saw them groups of the angels, sturdy worker bee.
Righteousness of salvation. Yes, and I say everybody can kill. Ever faithful, I sure. Yeah, man, I know.
And so it was.
Alright. Yeah. Yeah, with the strength of your might. Yeah, man, tell them to stand up. You have to strong up. Yeah. You have to tell them to the black youth, you know. The black man, the black woman up. Righteousness. Hey. Yo, just listen this. I've seen a scheme. What they set up for the poor. Hey. Righteousness reign and they just can't fight. And I no more. Oh. Yes, I'm break away from the depression. Repatriate with the Africans. Back on the highway to Ethiopia, Africa. Get ready, come together, yeah. Things better off in Africa. I say, things better off in Africa. Oh, love your chant in Africa. Come make we chant and get out of ya. Things better off in Africa. Black people, things better off in Africa. Oh, invest more in Africa. Come make we chant and get out of ya. Let the praises begin. Culture the people are starved. they really should be living, yeah. Rastafari reasoning, and the righteous and the faithful, the blessed will giving, yeah. Some people never see the glory of Rastafari before, yeah, yeah. And when they speak, oh, I can know, they really wanna know. All because of their modern invention, political tension, and all of those. They even became so ignorant against their very own eye. Rastafari say things better off in Africa. Things better off in Africa. Things better off in Africa.
Me I tell you, mindset.
Towards Ethiopia. Come up, we meditate in Africa. Oh, things better off in Ethiopia. Much praises, reverence and prayer. And the time is now. Give a listening ear. Whoa, yeah. Stop slaving black people for your foolish gain. No matter how
me I tell you, mindset.
Almighty Lord, show your faith, repatriate. I chant, Rastaman I am, yeah. Things better off in Africa. Things better off in Africa. Things better off in Africa. Get ready, come together. No, things better off in Africa. First. Ever living, ever faithful, ever sure. Yes, I am. I and the black sons and daughters of Ethiopia, Africa need to rise the whole chant and to Rastafari. You see? So we need to come together with that quorum of ancient brethren from the houses of Rastafari to chant Naya Bingi with the people, to reason upon our culture and tradition, our black heritage, our high noble, for life, our integrity. Right now, this very day, the way it was from that time up until this hour, daily I give thanks to word, sound and power. Repatriation is a must. I never lose fight now. Hey. We have come a long way, African children, and we won't go astray, African children. We have come a long way, African children, and we won't go astray. Little children, love you one another, let the good vibes flow. Be careful what you're doing also. Love you one another, let the good vibes flow. Be careful what you're saying also. Love you one another, let the good vibes flow. Be careful what you're doing also. Love you one another, let the good vibes flow.
Mindset.
As soon as they behave themselves and became themselves, they'll see that no one else but them can save themselves. Stop shame themselves, stop disgrace themselves. The wicked man only gonna erase themselves. Collective reasoning, it's the only source of help. All hail to Majesty, Emperor Selassie first. Ever living, ever faithful, ever sure. Yes, I am. I and the black sons and daughters of Ethiopia, Africa need to rise the whole chant and to Rastafari.
Me I tell you, mindset.
So we need to come together with that quorum, ancient brethren from the houses of Rastafari to chant Naya Bingi with the people, to reason upon our culture and tradition, our black heritage, our high noble, for life, our integrity. Right now, this very day, the way it was from that time up until this hour, daily I give thanks to word, sound and power. Repatriation is a must. I never lose fight now.
Mindset.
We have come a long way, African children.
Blessed love, honorable family.
Go astray, African children.
Yeah, man, we come a long way, see?
Come a long way.
And we're still there.
And we won't go astray.
Yeah, man, pleasant good evening.
Children, love you one another, let the good vibes flow. Be careful what you're doing also. Love you one another, let the good vibes flow. Be
man, that is imperative.
Another let their good vibes flow.
Love your one another.
As soon as they behave themselves and became themselves, they'll see that no one else but them can save themselves. Stop shame themselves, stop disgrace themselves. The wicked man only gonna erase themselves. Collective reasoning, it's the only source of help to get rid of the ignorance from amongst ourselves. At time we began overstanding ourselves.
Yeah man, one more day above ground and we're there, see?
We have come a long way, African children.
Really come a long way.
And we won't go astray, African children.
Can't afford to get weary now.
Come a long way.
Or even go astray, see?
And we won't go.
So that's all the faith and keep it together.
Children, righteousness, see ya. Babylon a long time black people have it and do it. Never know a black woman are your street sleeper. Not for them to bow up out a Roman turn creeper. I'd rather be a mat, a general doorkeeper. Not for them is, not them sisters keeper. Not for them is, not them brothers teacher. He'll King Selassie bone a fire from the preacher. Long time, Babylon have them a thief, ya why? I love you one another, let the good vibes flow. Be careful what
Want to large up everyone in the chat room.
I need, I let the good vibes flow.
Manners and honors, alright?
Saying also, love you one another.
Good to see the item here.
Flow. Be careful what you're doing also. Love you one another.
Another Wednesday.
Said I say I, yo, love to my black sisters and brother. Nah, she won't love them things I get dreaders.
May I tell ya?
Them everywhere, them like feather. Tell them so none of them can for them the weather. Tell them so.
Hey, well, me there.
Make sure our righteousness you gotta say ya.
You see it.
Is repatriation, the Haitian bongo Rasta man them pray for black woman say.
We have come a long way, mindset family.
And we won't go astray, Africa.
Can't afford to.
We have come a long way, African children. And we won't go astray. Yo, black people, love no one another, let the good vibes flow. Be careful what you're doing also.
Yeah, man.
And another, let the good vibes flow.
Love one another.
What you're saying also. Love you one another, let the good vibes flow. Be careful what you're doing also. Love you one another, love you one another, love you one another. We have come a long way, black African children. And we won't go astray, African children.
Me I tell ya, mindset.
Yes, so I want to greet the item in the divine name of Kadamawi, Emperor Haile Selassie I, also Empress Rezura Menin the First, Holy Emmanuel I, King Selassie I Jah, Rastafari. Yes, so giving thanks for life, as we know, that is our ultimate position. No greater than that, no matter what I go on. Alright? And it's good to be here. One more day above ground. You know, it's now 25 minutes after the hour of 11. As we know, the clock has gone an hour forward over the Stronging Pass. So, you know, some place we're an hour ahead. You know, some place we're 5 hours. You know, so the time difference varies, you know. So, just update the item on that still. We kind of there a little bit off, late off the mark. We're supposed to there from 9. You see me? But, know the thing go. Whole heap of things to be done, and, you know, more more while, you know, we have to, you know, rejuvenate, you know, the batteries, you know. Yeah. And, you know, take some time out and, you know, for yourself and, you know, yeah. Really rejuvenate, re-energize. Yeah, cause I tell you, forward in and after the 95, you know, straight on the road again, some running for about 45 minutes out of running and another 30 minutes out of, you know, workout and, you know, so you get a little bit burn, you know, so you have to hold a little 5 and, you know, catch yourself again, you know, for make sure so we could have there for, you know, for this moment, you know, so we give thanks still, you know, it's important to keep fit, you know, that is imperative, you know, it's important that you're fit and healthy, you know, yeah, you know, you're eating right and, you know, you're doing the right things, you know, because we can see when you don't eat right and, you know, you don't exercise and things like that, you know, you you lose yourself, you know. We see a lot of people lose themselves in the sense of, you know, they get overweight and you know, all sort of disease or, you know, are prone, you know, because of you know, certain things are blocked and not work properly in the body or in the goodie. You see me? So, you know, you develop a lot of disease and, as I say, overweight again. You know, you look on diabetes and all of these type of things, you know. So you have to make sure, say, you know, you keep yourself in, you know, conditioning yourself the right way. You see me? I say, physically, mentally, spiritually, you know, temporally. Yeah, you're supposed to be fit, you know, not overweight, you know. Can't afford for that, because then, you know, you open up for heart attack and all these type of things, all, you know. So it's important, you know, that they take care of themselves, because that is something that no one is going to do for you. You know what I mean? You have to do that for yourself. You see me? Yeah, man. 100% you have to do that for yourself. Make sure, say, yeah, eat right and, you know, yeah, take care of your physical structure, you know? Yeah, run and exercise and, you know what I mean? Yeah, man. Especially if you smoke and all of them something. Yeah, man. Make sure, say, you run and, you know, clear up the lungs. Yeah, man. Burn off them nicotine and whatever, you know, might be going where it shouldn't be going, you know. So you have to have a counteraction mechanism set up, and that is you know, structuring, you know, exercise for the strong, and, you know what I mean? Yeah. You know, I myself, I run like 6 days, you know, for the strong. You know, 6 days a strong I run. You know, 45 minutes, 6 days, every day. So, and it's a challenge, you know, and challenge themselves, push themselves to certain levels, because me have a ill where me I take on from the other day, and me I tell her it, you know, it's a serious little ill. But, you know, today To them run all the way to the top of the hill. I don't know. I probably was said that. I was said that knocked me out today because I run, really push myself. I always run like probably a minute me have left for reach to the top of the hill. Like every day, like a minute or probably less than a minute, and just need to push myself a little bit more. And to them I do it. I say, yo, wow. So you can, observing myself and analyzing what I go on, I can see some why my stamina level is going up, and I'm getting fitter. That is where it show me, because when we start take on the hill there, as me say, me have a specific mark where me just run to that mark there, all the time, and is on top of the hill, but me there in the hill, I just like a minute more, and me there on top of the hill. So if I do it today, it was a challenge. You see me? And I did it, and I feel good. Yeah, cause we got all the rest, and normally me not really got all the rest. I kinda, have whole lot of other things I deal with, but I run there today. Lick me for 6. I tell a lie. But it was a good run still. So we have to take care of ourselves. We have to look after ourselves. Yeah. And we, I and I are babies, we babies, so we have to look after ourselves like we are baby, but we are not baby, we know we are adults. You see me? But I'm just using that still, for show them say, upon them levels there, we have to take care of ourselves, Yeah. So we there have to look upon a whole thing in the evening here. You see me? Yeah. Couple of things. We see the Guardian come out yesterday with an article about slavery, transatlantic slavery, with an apology. You see me? I have to look upon that and look upon other few things too. We have to look upon the shooting where go on in America. I'm call it Nashville. We have to look upon that. Yeah, and a couple other things. I see Junior read data in an article. One of them Jamaican social newspaper thing there. I say Junior read data. Incarceration along with her mother, age 60, and that is some serious thing, Not because of Junior Reid, but because of mother and daughter, and the age and prison. That's not a good look. That's not a good look. I think black people, African people, we need to be more serious with ourselves, Yeah, man. We need to be more serious with ourselves. You understand? Yeah, we need to be. We and people have to, people have to acknowledge the time. Don't take the time that you're living in for granted. You have to really pay attention. You see me? You have to really pay attention to what is going on. And ones can be radical. People can be radical if they choose to. See? But the system and the society that we live in, doesn't what do I call it now? It doesn't appreciate that. You see me? It not appreciate the radical and them type of things there. It appreciate you when you follow the guidelines that they set. Zin? So you keep in line, you don't come out of line and all of them. Something there. That is the time that we're living in now. You understand? Most things you might, you might have downloaded an app on your phone. It wants certain information about you. You drive on the road. When you drive on the road, you see X amount of camera on the road. Your car registration, everything about you is on that car registration. Those cameras follow, so the thing set away where you have to be in line. That is all the thing set. See? Now, I'm going to use this virgin as an example, like the virgin Jesse Royal. See? Jesse Royal are the opener pan this platform here. Is his intro, zine, jingle. I used to open up all the shows them and this platform for a couple of months now. Zine, and I meet Jesse Royal. Yeah, meet the virgin and reason with him, did an interview and all of that. Now, I know about all of the uproar and thing within the camp that he's associated or is a part of. Zane and people say a whole lot of things. Me hear people say a whole lot of things. You understand? And why may I use Jesse Royal for open up the thing when him link with them people there and him link with that people and him that. Okay, Zane, him link with them people there or whatever. That not have nothing to do with me. You understand? That is who him link with. Whoever I'm linked with is a public figure, is an international recording artist. So, in the industry that he works, then all sort of people that in the industry. You understand? Now, whoever him link with, Zane, whoever him link with is whoever him link with. Now, that doesn't define who him is. I know say him is a Rastafari virgin. That is what I know. You understand? Apart from being a reggae artist. Yeah? I know say him is a Rastafari virgin. Now, you have to be diplomatic. You have to be very diplomatic in this time. Zane, you have to be very diplomatic in this time. And I think that is what most of them brethren them are do right now. It's not, I don't think it's for say boy they want to promote certain things or certain people. You understand? But because these people are among them, you know what I mean? And because them they out there in the forefront of the in the thing. Me know them no want them food for stop. You understand? And if them go against certain things, it will probably compromise them bread. Now that might sound away. You understand? But you still have to check say boy, yo, them man they have them family for feed. It's not them are involved, it's not them are be a part of the act of whatever act take place. It's not them. So you know what I mean? We have to be diplomatic, and you know we have to know some of the things them that you know we are talk about and say about ones and ones. You see me I say? We you know we have to, because people judge people, and some of the time they're judging people wrong. You see me? Now, it's not this boy me I pick up for them virgin there, but as I say, I meet the virgin and you know what I mean, I know that that now go really say boy, oh I know him or anything like that. No. But as far as when I can see says a Rastafari virgin is a Naya being a virgin. Yeah, and me not see him involve himself in a them something there. You understand? So for ones and ones who always I say, oh, but them man they link with them people and you use them. So what? Him I promote the platform. Him not promote them pan the platform. No. You understand? You know, so we have to know that we're living in a time right now where, you know, you have to be in line. You understand? You have to be in line. And it's not for say boy you follow what people set, you know. But for your own safety, you see me? For your own safety until you probably can do better. If you probably want to get radical or whatever. You understand? But when you're in a certain system already we are run, you have to just know say yo, just keep, you know, your thing together. You know what I mean? Go and work hard and stack the cash until you can flash. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Start the cash until you can flash. Simple as that. Yeah. So we have to know that, you know, the time now where we are living is not a normal time. You know, we can't take nothing for granted right now. You see me? Can't take nothing for granted. Yeah. We have to just know, say, yo, we just keep a thing together until we can move. You see me? Love one another, as we hear the artist did I say earlier. You know what I mean? Love one another and look towards Africa. You know, because Africa are where we're supposed to be right now. Right now, that's where we're supposed to be. You see me? Right now, that's how we're supposed to do. Seriously, I know when a lot of ones and ones, if they never got there before and when they return there, one's gonna say that is a reality. You know? Yeah, it's a reality that one's this or one's need for that. Out there, sir. Out there, sir. Out there, sir, deal with already, man. We put enough into out here already. And the reality of the situation is that, people are not even grateful. People are not even grateful that, the energy and the time that we put into around here, to make, Europe and America, these places, what they are, you know what I mean? We done a lot. Yeah. Yeah, man, we done a lot. So, people not appreciative of that, what we do. So, we have to, we have to pay attention to that and see that, there's no gratitude, there's no gratitude, all when we do so much, there's still no gratitude for what we have done. Yeah. So, we have to take note of that. You see me? And because alright, Black African people, we know how we reach around here. Most of us, some Africans willingly came around here, as economical migrants. So we know about that, but ones who were a part of the transatlantic slavery, it's a total different thing from just coming as an economical migrant, but coming as an economical migrant from wherever in Africa to the West here, you're still treated as, as the same, you see? So, no difference in that aspect, you see me? But I and I know what we have gone through, you see? For the year. And for know say boy, everybody else were there and benefit from, all our labor. It is disheartening, man. It is disheartening to know that people would think that they wouldn't want to compensate after 400 and odd years, not 12 years. Not 12 years of slavery. No. 400 and odd years. That's a lot of years, man. That's a lot of years. And for no say people would still think that, that is in the past. And, we shouldn't think about that anymore. For people to think like that, it's disheartening. So it leads you to think what really is going on today. Why we're still here today. Is it the same thing that is still perpetuating itself on a more sophisticated level because, time has, things have evolved over the passage of time. Things get modern. You know what I mean? So, you see people used to not wear a whole pair of clothes until they start wear a whole pair of clothes as time go by. Car never used to drive until car a drive. Bicycle never used to ride and now bike a ride. You see me I say, so things change and evolve over time. The shackles used to be around our neck and foot and hand, and now they are not. So things have changed over the passage of time. Things have evolved, but the system remain the same. You see me? The plan remain the same. Because we came here to be slaves. That is why we came here. That is why they brought us here. They didn't brought us here to be kings and queens. That wasn't it at all. They brought us here to be slaves. And we weren't slaves. We was never slaves. We were never. We were kings and queens. Even if we didn't hold that position in whatever tribe we were taken from, we were still kings and queens. See? So they didn't bring us here as kings and queens to rule over them. No. They brought us here to put us to work. So we would work for them. Work and build up this place here. That was their main goal. You understand? So it leads you to think, say, boy, what really are going today? Is it the same thing are going, but we now have the shackles span we on, and it as many say, Babylon remove the chain, but them a use them brain, or them put it pan with brain. We are mentally enslaved. We are mentally in slavery. Same way. We are mentally a more sophisticated slavery that they're still benefiting from today. Because I guarantee you that being an African man around here, even though them say everybody pay tax, maybe, and if that is the case, I know being an African, a black man, you pay more tax than everyone else. Yeah, man. Whether you want to believe it or not, you pay more. You cannot be equal, because remember, there's no justice and there's no equality. We must not forget that. Even though them say that is what them are trying to established, there's still none of that at present. You see me? So, is a more sophisticated slavery that take place? More sophisticated. And we're comfortable in it. That is the sick thing about it. A slavery still a go on, and we are comfortable. We are comfortable in it. We don't want to free ourselves and return home. Because our foreparents who came here, that is what they wanted to do. That is why they always run away from the slave plantation. Why they're running away? They don't want to be slave and they want to go back home. They don't want to be slave and they want to return home. Our foreparents. And because of that, millions have lost their life. Because them never intend to be a slave. You would have to take their life. See? So they run away. And the European did everything that the Africans would not run away. Millions died by the hands of Europeans. Millions in the Americas, in the Caribbean. Millions. Because they wanted to go home. That is the reason why after they brought us here, you know, millions of us went down. Because we know we never in our natural habitat. We come in a cold when we not used to cold. We're not used to cold. Just imagine how much are we the cold kill. Yeah, me not even talk about upon it in the sea. Me talk about upon the land when we land. You know? When we land, my jack. When we landed. See, and the work for go through for build up around of them places. When we landed, a whole per way. Because remember that fresh, that's still fresh, you know, we not we not chain as soon as we find we can make a move, we are trying to make a move. Why you think them make sure like Kunta Kente and them show the for show people say boy, yeah. And them thing I used to go on, the money used to run where all the while until we have to chop off all him foot because, you know, we couldn't take him a runway all the while. And, you know what I mean? And when them on the runway and thing, when Africans runway over the plantation is dogs and guns. Dogs and guns gone hunt. You know? So, may I say that for say, we did always look towards returning home to Africa. We were always. You see me? But over the passage of time, through this horrific ordeal that we got through, man, them try to make way over and them, you know, them couldn't make way over, you know, they tried. You know what I mean? They tried and, you know, was, you know, very out of order with the language saying that they tried to civilize us. Yeah. How can a people who learn everything from Africa, how can a people who learn everything from Africa? The Greeks, them said them learn everything from Judgment Ball, Kemet and Egypt. The Greeks, them. So how you can come and tell we, say you are civilize us? How? It cannot, it don't make no sense. It cannot work. You could never civilize us. You know? Could never. So that big lie that, you know, they must civilize a people that is backward and is less than human. Just because them have them inhumane plan to carry out on a people. Inhumane. Yeah. And them do it for years. Them do it for years, man. Years, and they benefit big time. Now, the Guardian come out as a newspaper who also benefit from the slavery, the transatlantic slavery. You know, they benefit big time from it. You know, generational wealth of slavery. You know. The founder, they had plantations in the Caribbean. Yeah. Also in America, you know, probably cotton fields and so on. But they come out and say, boy, them apologize. So we want to go into the article a little bit from now. See, if we go into the article and you know, see what they're actually saying. You know. Yeah. Because some the ultimate thing is for yes, acknowledge that you have done wrong. and apologize for the wrong that you have done. And you know that you have worked us for years, and you are swimming in riches from your head, from your toes of your feet to the highest of your head. Your riches, you're swimming in it. And we are at a deficit as black people in the West. The majority of us is at a deficit. We are nowhere in your league when it comes to finance and financial stability and security. And that needs to address. That needs to address as well. You know what I mean? That is one of the main things. Yeah. Now come talk about putting an education and this and that and all. Give the people them money. But the people them do what they want to do with it after that. Don't come about putting an education and no, have the people them bank account and know so them are African. Just put whatever money in them account until whenever I hit that for them and make the people them feel good. Make the people them live, happily ever after. You understand? Yeah. Do that for the people and put programs in place. You understand? That, the people I and I go and benefit from. Not just a monetary system, you see me, but other programs, you see me, that go and, call it, it's like a therapy type of thing, because the trauma it still has that knock-on effect up until today. It hasn't gone away because we're still, as I say, we're still deprived of a lot of things. So you find out, say, that is a reminder that, oh, hey, una lesser than we, una a slave same way. So all these things have to address. See, and proper things need to put in place. Yeah, man. That is important. So I have to go another article here. Yeah. Let's go into the article from The Guardian. The owner of The Guardian has issued an apology for the role the newspaper founder had in transatlantic slavery and announced a decade-long program of restorative justice. The Scott Trust said it expected to invest more than 10 million, which is the equivalent of 12.3 million in US and 18.4 million in, not sure what that currency is, but with millions dedicated specifically to descendants community linked to the Guardian's 19th century founder. It followed independent academic research commission in 2020 to investigate whether there was any historical connection between chattel slavery and John Edwards Taylor the journalist and cotton merchant who founded the newspaper in 1821, and the other Manchester businessman who funded its creation. The Scottish Legacy of Enslavement report published on Tuesday revealed that Taylor and at least 9 of his 11 backers had links to slavery, principally through the textile industry. Taylor had multiple links through partnership in the cotton manufacturing firm Oakdean and Taylor's, and the cotton merchant company Shuttleworth, Taylor and Co., which imported vast amount of raw cotton produced by enslaved people in the Americas. Cotton Capital explore how the transatlantic shifted the Guardian, Manchester, Britain, and the world. Streaming from investigation into the Guardian founder own links to slavery, discontinue series. Okay. Researchers from the University of Nottingham and Hull were able to identify Taylor's link to plantation in the Seas Island along the coast of South Carolina and Georgia after reviewing an invoice book showing that Shuttleworth, Taylor and Co. receive cotton from the region, which included the initial and names of plantation owners and enslavers. Another of the Guardian early financier, the West India merchant Sir George Philip, co-owned the Success sugar plantation in Hanover, Jamaica. He unsuccessfully attempted to claim compensation from the British government in 1835 for what he regarded as the loss of his human property, which was 108 people. His partner, however, successfully claimed 194,909. Wow. Okay. 194,000. And in compensation, which according to the most conservative estimates is worth approximately 200,000 today. Okay. Alongside an apology to the effect communities identify in the research and surveying descendants to the enslaved for the part the Guardian and its founders had in their crime against humanity. The Trust also apologized for early editorial position that served to support the cotton industry and therefore the explanation of the exploitation of enslaved people. The Restorative Justice Fund will support project in Golachi, where that is, Golachi region in Jamaica. I come from Jamaica, I don't know this. I don't know this. But Yeah, a region in Jamaica over the next decade after consultation with reparation expert and community groups. The Scott Trust will appoint a program director and establishing an advisory panel to guide and review the work. The Scott Trust said a piece figure and allocation of fund would be reported in the next 12 months. Okay. The rest of the wide program of measures cover 4 areas: rising awareness of transatlantic slavery and its legacy through partnership in the Manchester and global media diversity, further academic research, and increasing the scope and ambition of the Guardian reporting. The Guardian announced it would expand its reporting of black communities in the UK, US, and the Caribbean, South America, and Africa, with plans to create 12 new Guardian journalism role and launch new editorial format to better serve black audience. Okay. The Scott Trust will also fund a new global fellowship program for aid for hold on. The Scott Trust will also fund a new global fellowship program for mid-career black journalists and expand the Guardian Foundation training brochure scheme. Okay. The Scott Trust brochure currently fund 3 master's courses and 3 paid training placement each year for aspiring journalists in the UK from underrepresented background. The scheme will be expanded to increase the number of places available to black perspective journalists in the UK and extend to the Guardian office in the US and Australia. The academic research was conducted in 3 stages. First by Dr. Shirley Helen Agarty and Dr. Cassandra Courtharp of the University of Nottingham Institute for Studies of Slavery, and later by Courtharp and Professor Trevor Bernard of the University of Hull, Wilberforce Institute for Studies of Slavery and Emancipation. The Scott Trust has also committed to continuing to fund research through 3 years partnership with the Wilberforce Institute. The first two chances of research pinpoint tailor business investment and partnership in the 11th man who lent him £100 each to fund the Manchester Guardian research. Researchers were unable to identify the interests of the 2 of the 11 backers within the time frame. The remaining 9 had links to enslavement through the cotton and textile trade. The third stage, complete in summer 2022, focus and identify some of the enslaved people connected to the Guardian founder. They include Toby 90, Carilinda 50, Belly 36, and 7-year-old Nancy, who were enslaved on the Spanish Well Plantation and Hilton Head Island in the U.S. in 1862. Researchers also found the name of people forced to work on a plantation in Charleston District in South Carolina, who included Belly Simon, Amy, and Polly. As was common, only their first name was recorded, and in this case there were no data on how old they were or any other information. The record of enslaved people and the Success Plantation in Jamaica had slightly more information in the 1817. This include 50-year-old Archie Garden, who was noted as blind, and J. Maxfield 25, who was recorded as a son of the 60-year-old, and Anne Mowat. The record include those who were described as preempted deserters, included 16-year-old Samuel Kerr, who in an advertisement in the Royal Gazette of Jamaica was described as a cruel boy, 5 feet 3 inches. Okay. Researchers managed to extract an extraordinary level of detail about some of those who were enslaved on the plantation connected to the Guardian founder. Granville, who was enslaved on the Success Plantation, was a freedom fighter who was persecuted for his involvement in Jamaica Baptist War in 1831 to 32. He was one of the 60,000 enslaved Jamaicans to take part in the uprising. Also known as the Christmas Rebellion, it was one of the largest by enslaved people in the West Indies and played an important role in the abolition of the British slavery. Oil Jacob Snood, the chairman of Scott Trust, said, "The Scott Trust is deeply sorry for the role John Edward Taylor and his backers play in the cotton trade. We recognize that apologizing and sharing these facts transparently is only the first step in addressing the Guardian historical link to slavery." In response to the finding, the Scott Trust is committed to fund a restorative justice program over the next decade, which will be designed and carried out in consultation with local and national communities in the US, Jamaica, UK, and elsewhere, centered on a long-term initiative and meaningful impact. In an article published on Tuesday, Catherine Werner, the editor-in-chief of the Guardian News and Media, writes, "We are facing up to and apologizing for the fact that our founder and those who funded him drew their wealth from a practice that was a crime against humanity. As we enter our third century as a news organization, this awful history must reinforce our determination to use our journalism to expose racism, injustice, and inequality, and to hold the power to and to hold the powerful to account. The Guardian has also launched Cotton Capital, a continuing series of journalism exploring the history of transatlantic slavery and its legacy. So that's where we reach with that. Very interesting read. Very interesting. 10 million. I think it's gonna be more than just 10 million though. Based on what is being said over a decade. Over a 10-year program. And yeah, that's interesting. Starting from when? I think it's starting from this year. Starting from this year, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Where is it? I think it's starting from this year. In the summer of this year. So that's interesting. But apart from that, still, I have something that I want to just play. Something that someone sent to me. So I just want to share it with the item. Zane? I want to share it with the item. I think it's relevant to the conversation that we're having now. And we're going to open up the phone line in a little bit from now and get the item thoughts. And, whether we should be jubilant about this, or what is our thoughts about the Guardian apologizing and planning to compensate for the role that the founder of the newspaper had in slavery. So we are going to open up the phone lines in a little bit. I want to play this first, and then we're going to do that. All right, then we're going to do that. Okay. Now play. Why? Alright. Why my screen look like this, man? Sure. I think I see us. I'm not doing something properly. Nah, man, me I do this too long for get it wrong. Alright. That's very interesting. That's very interesting. Why my desktop is doing that? Interesting, very interesting. Very interesting. My desktop set a different way. I didn't do it like that. Now it's you can't get for the thing I want to play. The very thing that I want to play. My desktop. Hey. Okay. Listen. Thing are going like a it. And me control you, man. Come on, man. My time I have to wonder if some of these issues that me have with me, that's something. If it's a deliberate thing, someone come for me. Come for me. Come for my computer and I do. Because the thing does change. It's just weird. And it now let up. So it's a weird thing. A weird thing, and I can't really kill the screen because that would just kill the stream. Yeah. And I need to play this. I don't know where I go on that, so. Judgment ball, yeah. So let's go. Let's start all over again.
Welcome.
Thank you for making this a topic. I really commend you for bringing it to people's attention. I would like to say the biggest difference between this apology is because we have to remember that these people were compensated for the slaves that were set free.
Yes.
So it wasn't the same case as they let these slaves go and that was it. There was a financial repercussion for this. And as a taxpayer, as a black person, I've contributed, my family's contributed to that payment.
I think the account was settled in 2015, if memory serves.
Yeah. Well, I was working then.
I know. I'm just saying that because I found it hard to believe. I found it hard to believe.
So I've had to play a part in letting my generation, my great-grandparents, to be free people.
Yeah.
That's the big distinction people are missing.
Yeah, the owners were compensated. For anyone not clear about, the owners were compensated upon abolition for the loss of assets, as it were.
And in doing that, it's accepting that black people were cattle. It's accepting that they had a right to own these people. They weren't free people, and they still can't be free people if these people don't repay that money. So it's important they're apologising, but they also should do stuff to counteract the negativity that slavery brought in people's lives and have continued to have these repercussions many, many, many years later. So an apology is one thing, but they also need to financially support a system, a way of paying recompense to the damages that this has caused over the years to black people and still continue to cause. And it has to be a genuine apology, not just people jumping on this gravy train of saying sorry because other businesses are doing so.
I don't think you can accuse the Guardian of many things, but I don't think they can be accused of that. That's why the Daily Mail hate them so much and call them the citadel of woke. They've gone out looking for this evidence. They have found this evidence. They've published it in full. They have apologised, and I think the word we're looking for now is you look to them to atone. So more than £10 million, with millions dedicated specifically to descendant communities linked to the Guardian's 19th century founders. They are going to both apologise, publish, and spend. So that's not bad.
No, that's the right step. And can I be so brave as to say, James, that your question earlier as to why do people want to shut this conversation down and say it was old and we should let it go? Can I say that that's because people do not see, it's the skin colour thing again. What happened in the Holocaust was atrocious. But you know what? People feel it more. I would be so brave and say white people feel it more because they can see themselves in those people.
Yes.
They can see themselves in those families. They're not black. It's that whole thing of empathizing more with people that look like you. They find it harder to step into the shoes of people that are not the same colour as them and understand the struggle and what these people went through. Millions.
Yes, I think you're right. I think you're right. And I mean, speaking of who you feel commonality with, there's at least one Conservative MP sitting on an estate in Barbados that can be traced right back to the slave trade, a bloke called Richard Drax, Jamaica considering whether to seek compensation from him
and his family for a historical role in slavery. So you can see why, for want of a better phrase, the powers that be, or the alliance of right-wing politicians and right-wing media would be very keen for this conversation never to be had, which is where Stephen Glover at the Daily Mail comes in, talking about how The Guardian wants to drag us all into its pit of shame. It's a conspiracy of silence that is beginning to break. It's beginning to fracture.
It's about time.
What difference does it make to you? Can you do that? You don't have to, but just on a personal level, for someone like me listening without any investment, familial or historical, in the trade that we're aware of, what does it mean to you personally today to know that dam is beginning to break?
It means a lot to people like me, because it's about accountability and it's about acceptance that these people were people. They were human beings whose lives were shattered. It's accountability, and it's about time everyone who had a hand in the financial enrichment starts to take accountability for their part in it.
Thank you, Benny. And you remind us there that the entire project is built upon a perception of inhumanity, that the people traded were somehow subhuman, Untermensch, or dehumanized, and you know.
Hi, I just like to say I see it from both sides. I'm mixed race, and my mum was English, white, my dad Jamaican. He was brought over as a maroon from Africa over to Jamaica and enslaved. But on my white side of my family was Martha Dandridge, who's George Washington's wife, married to Custis and them. So I've got it on both sides, and I'm on my white side of my family. I never grew up with them, my mum's brothers and sisters, except for 2 of the 9, because she married a black man, and so I never knew my white side until I went to get my degree, and then someone saw my name. One of my cousins said, "I think you're my cousin." I said, "Well, I don't think so." And the first thing I said to her, "Are you white?" I don't know why I said that. She said, "Yeah, my grandma is your mum's sister."
Right.
And yeah, it's traced back to Martha Dandridge. And
so how do you greet stories like this, and how do you greet moves like this?
Being mixed race, obviously I'm never the same colour as my mum and dad, and so you kind of grow up differently, and colour is just a person. And I don't like when people look at colour and make that treat people differently because of the colour of their skin, because it's just so irrelevant, and I just think people should be treated for who they are, not the colour of their skin.
But they're not, are they?
No, they're not.
I mean, the ultimate example of the colour.
Hello. Yeah, so for me, it's really the level of sort of respect and acknowledgement that we can have. Like, so when I say to my son, he said to me on occasions, like, why do white people have bigger cars, or why are they a bit more rich? And for me, it's like that's where we talk about the general wealth, generational wealth aspect.
Yes.
And if we sort of look at society and more to our education, and we look at these disparities in and we do go back to a lot this IQ thing and saying, when we do look at the awarding gap, it's like black and white people, that's the biggest. So when we look at our IQ and the sort of stereotypes around black people, it's like, oh, black people are lazy, they're, they don't want to work, they don't do this, that and the other. And it's like, well, actually, one perspective is looking at the work that we have done in the past and being recognised for that, what's been built. How can you say that, as a people, that they're lazy or dumb? Do you know what I mean?
I do know what you mean.
It's
not an obvious avenue to go down for me, because you're almost talking about the achievements of slaves.
Well, exactly. My nan was Windrush.
Yes.
And I want my son to be proud of that. And not be ashamed.
Yes.
And it's sort of looking from that perspective, because it's like, when people do have a lot of money and they have been given that generational wealth that has been handed down, you sort of think, oh, well, they must have worked really hard, they must have done this, and it's just simply not the case.
No, that's a great point. So you've got this bloke in the House of Commons, worth millions, one of the richest people in the country, and our society is built in a way that then offers up deference to him, and we think, God, he must be clever, or he must, but it turns out, 400 years ago, his family owned a ton of humans who were heavily involved in the sugar and slave trades in the Caribbean, and that's why he's rich today.
Well, that's the thing, and that's what I find, like, you know, quite upsetting. Is like,
Yeah.
and I hope for me, you know, when, you know, because this has like come out and it's coming out even more, it is just that acknowledgement and giving like black people the respect that I think, you know, from an ancestral perspective that they deserve, and sort of stop this idea when we do have like black people in the House of Commons and they think, well, you know, we had the same start as you guys, you know, we've all had the same start, you know, it's just hard work, and we know through these disparities that we consistently see in our reports.
Well, it's
and data.
institutional. It's institutional and
Yeah,
it's entrenched. The
exactly.
problem is, and I highlight this, I don't subscribe to this. The first bit of what I'm going to say is true. There are loads and loads of white people who don't feel that they've enjoyed any particular advantages via their birth at all. It's why the phrase white privilege can be a confusing one for many people. You're not saying that you're privileged according to any other measure than the absence of skin-based discrimination. But there are plenty of people who don't feel they were born 1-0 up, never mind 3-0 up, who are white.
No, that's right. And I grew up in an all-white family.
Right.
And I actually didn't meet my dad, who's black, until 2 years ago. So, you know, this is all, like, new for me.
Yes.
So my perspective of growing up in an all-white family was unfortunately skewed by that idea of,
Yes.
well, you know, well, we've not...
what you're moaning
been
about,
privileged.
we're
We have
not...
to
we're,
work, but-
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, grew up in a working-class family, and I did have that perspective, and I did think, well, white privilege, because it is so, you know, emotive, and it
Yes.
gets people's backs up, but actually it's because it's completely used out of the context, you know, the academic context that it's really be used in when it gets into the public domain. And, you know, this is the thing, it's about a change in perspective and a change of attitude, and I think that's what's most important, and that's what I get from it. And it's more of that acknowledgement of now, of being able to walk around, you know, with your head held high and say, well, yes, people might be a bit more well off, and they, you know, they have had this generational wealth. But I do think it's important that people recognise that.
That's so
we
powerful.
aren't,
You and Benny
Yeah.
both creating this idea of the oil tanker being turned around and unintentionally making it so much easier to understand why some people, whether they've benefited personally from the slave trade or not, or whether they just subscribe to a slightly dewy-eyed concept of Britain's history, they're desperate for this not to come out, because it will, as you hold your head up higher, so presumably people like Richard Drax, whose ancestor received £3 million compensation in the early 19th century for 189 slaves, that's in modern money, 3 million quid he got. Because he was not allowed to own your ancestors anymore, or certainly, you know, British people's ancestors anymore. His head is going to come down a bit, isn't it?
Exactly, and that's what I get from it, and it's not like that idea of like, oh, bring us on down a peg or two, but actually it's changing the perspective of it, and that's what I think is important. And hopefully we'll get less people voting Tory.
And that's why The Guardian enrages the Mail so much by doing this and claiming this ludicrous phrase here. The Guardian wants to drag us all into its pit of shame. Nobody's in a pit of shame. They're just letting the light in. And the Stephen Glover in the Daily Mail is terrified of the light. And Richard Drax's family, for what it's worth, still have a plantation. Aisha Tull, the Channel 4 journalist, went there not long ago to, in 2021, the Prime Minister in Barbados trying to make big changes, and then the Jamaican government also joining in, but it's in Barbados that the plantation is still there. He inherited it from his father in 2017. Certainly when this article was written, it was still there, a 617-acre plantation. But you tell me again about how epic wealth is a sign of epic effort or epic intelligence or epic anything against this particular backdrop. 1041.
Mindset. Just start see them a come, but him nah run. Like the wall of Jericho, I saw Babylon, them a go fall down. Hey, I just start. Yes, them I see. Yeah. Oh. Like the wall of China, I saw we stand firm. Dirty Babylon a get burned. Black rocks see them a come, but we nah run. Whoa. Hey. In the street, me say nothing, nah go on. Youths not have no food to eat. True, no money not in a palm. The Bible said the Antichrist come in a many shapes and farm. Them say farm with the farm, while them a farm full black rock. Them say them intellect.
youths not have no paycheck. Them say work out enough, me see it a throat them a make. Them sick with rabies, them deserve to see the it. I just start chant the one ya. The whole of them a fret the fulfilling of prophecies of old. For make it in a life, man a sell them soul. Homoism get so popular, them brave and bold. Ja, if I did have the legal rights, them get them head full. Through the pressures of the system of the youths, them hard cold. Prostitution, them a woman body running down and perishing. That's why we have so much baby born in homeless. I not turn a blind eye, I a protest. Mindset a chant down Babylon. Them a chant down Babylon. Black rock make we burn down Babylon, yeah. Just a chant down Babylon. Just a them a war over oil and nuclear weapons, but for black people no reparation, them no plan. Them a war over boundaries, them no see Jajajalad. From humanity, them want
Fire,
total
baby.
separation. To I say freedom of speech, them want to isolate man. One word harder, me swear them a beat up them lip. Them serious, them start implanted the chip. Them say who no get it, I go die or turn beaten stick. From the beginning, a mindset people, them a try fi chick. I just grow him locks and call himself Rasta. Them say who him a thief, the bobo man a imposter. I cry for equal rights and justice, ya jobless, I no look this. Them heartless, cruel and worthless. Kill off the people, them and leave the whole place hopeless. And sleep good in a bed while Jaja children are fear stress. Mindset burn them down, me know them not go love
Fire,
this.
baby.
Mindset a chant down Babylon. Just a chant down Babylon. Black rock make we burn down Babylon, yeah. Aya, oh aya, oh aya, oh aya, oh aya, yeah. Hungry days, it's coming ahead. Whoa, I know things get bitter in the mud. People life a wash away, I wonder if I flood. The children them can't find no food when the fudge. Rock them and crack them. You're in tune to the mindset. Let action speak. Do something that's timeless. Rock them and crack them. Jabari representing. I just thought you can fall. I know things get bitter in the mud. People life a wash away, I wonder if I flood. The children them can't find no food when the fudge. And that cause so much enough blood. It seems like the big guys them don't got no love. Them take the money straight just to bring in the guns. The youths them take it and shoot them oneself down. And none of them not plan no food in a ground. When man a go ball over food, shy ball war over food. Hungry days, it's coming ahead. Whoa, I know things get bitter in the mud. People life a wash away, I wonder if I flood. The children them can't find no food when the fudge. And that cause so much enough blood. It seems like the big guys them don't got no love. Them take the money straight just to bring in the goods. The youths them take it and shoot them mindset. Mindset. Food in a crowd when man a go ball over food. Shy ball war over food. Ay, and I just do this usual crisis. The people them a die over high food prices. Man a go ball over food. Shy ball war over food. And I just do this usual crisis. The people them a die over high food prices. And I go ya now. I buffer ya got to touch out. Work hard, I plan food for face it out. Mama day I yarn want food in the mouth. Me nah no time for gun houses, slave and spouts out. Babylon coulda never get tired. I work hard, plan food for face it out. This a serious time, cause we want food them out. Remember, no laugh, no joke. Man, I go ball
I tell you.
Tribal
war over food.
And not just through this huge crisis. The people, them a die over food.
Anyway, them say them gonna run off some cheese. Or some cheddar.
Tribal war.
Or some papers.
And not just through this huge
Or some numbers.
now. How the place a run so hard. The government a done sweet Jamaica and that one big theater shop. How the food a get so dear in supermarket and shop. Mama they don't yard and can't put her in her pot now. This part is for the farmers.
Yo, me can't tell you say a real thing that you talk about in other song, you know.
It's coming ahead.
I will fire large up yourself, you know.
I know things get bitter in the mud. People like
Because everything sky high
them can't find.
right now, me I tell you.
And that cause so much enough blood. It seems like the big guys and don't got no love. Them take the money straight just to bring in the guns. The youth them take it and shoot them oneself down. And none of them not plan no food.
You know, growing
Man a go bad.
over food.
Tribal war.
Over food.
Hey, and I just do this usual crisis. The people them a die
The
over.
high food prices.
Man a go bad over food.
Remember me telling you, you know.
Over food.
All them attack.
I just do this usual crisis.
Action speak louder than word.
Food prices no go ya now. I go fire got to touch out. Work hard. I plan food for face it out. Mama day I yarn want food in the mouth. Me nah no time for gun houses, slave and spouts out.
Me I tell ya.
You coulda never get tired. I work hard, plan food for face it out. This a serious time, cause we want food them out. Remember, no laugh, no joke. Man a go ball over food.
Tribal war over food.
And not just through this usual crisis. The people them a die over food prices. Man a go ball over food. Tribal war over food. And not just through this usual crisis. The people them a die over food prices. Look who you now. How the place a run so hard. The government a done sweet Jamaica and that one big theater shop. How the food a get so dear in supermarket and shop. Mama they don't yard and can't put her in her pot now. This part is for the farmers them. Plant up the gungo banana and the corn once again. Prepare for the famine what's coming up ahead. Cause too many people are go dead. Man a go ball over food. Tribal war over food. Hey,
I just through this.
Huge world crisis. The people them a die over.
High food prices.
Man a go ball over food. Tribal war over food. Hey, and I just through this huge world crisis. The people them a die over high food prices. And I know things get bitter in the mud. People life a wash away, you wonder if a flood. The children them can't find no food when them budge. And that a cause so much heavy enough blood. It seems like the big guys them don't got no love.
I love to see my people living in love. I hate to see them fighting and swimming in blood. Enough neglect the farming, scarring in the mud. Yet they wanna be the first to reap the food as it bud. Oh, them feel the earth with me.
Me I tell ya, Mindset.
I love to see my people living in love. I hate to see them fighting and swimming in blood. Enough neglect the farming, scarring in the mud. Yet they wanna be the first to reap the food as it bud. Oh, them fill the earth with peace and church and whorehouse. Love the rum bar, yet them hate the pure house. Them take the microchip and override go pour out. Less food, more drought and more mouth. Oh, Rasta tell them all the while. Stop war and go till the soil. Stop fighting for land and oil. Feed the coil, so many go defile. Slave master speak in them face, them take that with a smile. The banks of the Nile, so my land's so fertile. Acres more than a zillion mile. People acting vile, pick up cannibal style. One devour mama, papa and child. Oh, so life seed and let it bust her. Them said them think they take too long to grow and start to cuss her. I couldn't trust them when those are so I trust her. Such is life. Them say they are just hurt, they are just hurt. I take the I love to see my people living. I love to see my people living in love. I hate to see them fighting and swimming in blood. Enough neglect the farming, scarring in the mud. Yet they wanna be the first to reap the food as it bud. Oh, them fill the earth with peace and church and whorehouse. Love the rum bar, yet them hate the pure house. Them take the microchip and override go pour out. Less food, more drought and more mouth. Oh, Rasta tell them all the while. Stop war and go till the soil. Stop fighting for land and oil. Feed the coil, so many go defile. Slave master speak in them face, them take that with a smile. The banks of the Nile, so my land so fertile. Acres more than a zillion mile. People acting vile, pick up cannibal style. One devour mama, papa and child. Oh, so life seed and let it bust her. Them said them think they take too long to grow and start to cuss her. I couldn't trust them when those are so I trust her. Such is life. Them say I just heard. I take a shot heights what them call the squatter land. Some say fi government, some say fi matter land. Still no one share although them got a lot of land. Them want fi turn a gun range and shatter land. Rasta tell them all the while. Stop war and go till the soil. Stop fighting for land and oil. Feed the coil, so many go defile. Slave master spit in them face, them take that with a smile. The banks of the Nile, so my land so fertile. Acres more than a zillion mile. The people acting vile, pick up cannibal style. One devour mama, papa and child. Politician not talk, certain thing them not mention. Say a drugs and gun, the people tax money spent on. Come with plastic smile and them wicked intention in your hand. I with them put them evil invention. Turn gun model, seeking attention. See them know you dead and that is no redemption. Parents I wonder where to get the first centrum. To bury the dead, them not even got pension. Rasta tell them all the while. Stop war and go till the soil. Stop fighting for land and oil. Feed the coil, so many go defile. Slave master spitting on them face, them take that with a smile. The bugs of the Nile, so my land so fertile. Acres more than a zillion mile. The people acting vile, pick up cannibal style. One devour mama, papa and child. Love to see my people living in love. I hate to see them fighting and swimming in blood. Nothing got the farming, scarring the mud. Yet the
May I tell her?
so pick the fruit as it bud. Oh, turn the earth in a prison church and whorehouse. Love the rum bar and them
Get the pure house.
them take the microchip and override go pour out. Less food, more mouth and more drought. Oh yeah, Rasta tell them all the while. Stop war and go till the sun.
Go till the soil. Cause, yeah, as you hear Iber Fire did I say a while ago. Hungry days ahead, you know. So stop the warring and go and till the soil. Love one another. Yeah. That is imperative, you know. Because, as you know, seeing is believing. And we're not going to knock the step that is made. I think that is a step forward in the right direction. And I think not just a newspaper should be involved or should follow suit, but from a newspaper can acknowledge British newspaper their role in the involvement in slavery, then I guess that the monarch who was gravely involved in the transatlantic slavery should also follow suit in reparation. And I think the monarch would have a graver role to play, not just in reparation but also in repatriation. You see? Yeah. Yeah, man. So they should follow suit if a little, well, not a little newspaper, but it's a newspaper, and they're making a step forward in the right direction. Now it's an apology. Now let's see what happened, because it's a 10-year plan, them say. So let's see what happened in the summer. Let's see how quick and fast the money start to roll out in people's accounts. And then, we'll start to make our assessment and judgments from there on. And if things is happening and we can literally see that things is happening and the necessary things are taking place, then others should follow suit. Yeah, others should follow suit. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. So we want to see what go on. We want to open up the phone line and take some calls. The number pin the top of the chat room. It's also on the item screen. Seen? And yeah, we want to take some calls on this whole thing. Yeah. Should it be a jubilation? Should we be jubilant about the whole thing? Or what? Should we just watch and wait and see the outcome? But the phone line is open. Anyone want to call in and contribute on what's been said here so far? Feel free. Yeah, feel free. We are there. We're gonna be up until 2 o'clock. We're there. We have our next hour in the building here. It's now 5 minutes after the hour of 1 a.m. So we are there until 2. Then after that, hit the road. Yeah, hit the road, Jack. But for sure, we'll be coming back. Blessed love.
Can you hear that? Blessed.
Blessed love.
Hey, this is me. Well, I'm Brandy on your screen.
Blessed love, Empress Brandy.
RASTAFARI.
Blessed love.
Yes, I. Joy, joy, joy. Bless, bless, bless. Strength to all my sisters in the universe. Aliyah, Empress Mene. You were talking about this Guardian. The news. And I'm over here in the Americas. And 2 of my youthdom great-grandparents were slaves. And that's why I'm linking, because you had said something about Wilberforce.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't hear much about that. I just knew, and that's why I asked you, was it in the
Yeah,
Wilberforce here in Ohio?
the studies,
Because if
the studies are part of the research was done from professors, a couple of professors from the University of Wilberforce here in the UK.
Yes.
Yeah.
in the Wilberforce, but I wanted to know whether or not it was in Ohio, because that will be a perfect project for me and the daughters to look into, you know, to see if they can, we'll see what we can do on this end as far as Rastafari, you know. Maybe they can, you know, give us the compensate. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
the apology, yes, but that, you know, everybody wants to be sorry now, but sorry for what? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not overstanding the apologies. Really looking back, sorry.
The apologies is because of the inhumane crime against humanity. That is why the apologies is for. That is what they're saying. They're apologizing for that.
True. And my thinking is that we know the history. We keep going back there, and it feels like it's hindering us from moving forward. You know, you feel me? Like, I know we need to know our history, which the Most High Jah will reveal it. I mean, who feels it knows it.
Natural.
So the ones that are feeling it, that know it, I think should just go ahead and move forward. You feel what I say? Because it's like we still stagnant and just keep trying to trot back, when the trotting back is to make us greater for the forward. And like I said, if I don't get the research, how can we move forward? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, somebody has to keep pushing it so it can push. And I think that's what it is now. Like, we need to start pushing instead of still trying to go back. And what we can do, we need to just do now, like, because it's now. We need to be doing it now, like.
But what's your thought on you know, their 10-year project that they want to put in place?
Most plans do come either in a 5-year plan or a 10-year plan. Like you said, they must have just started it, so it's still like fresh on the board. That's what I'm saying. Why it's fresh on the board before they even really try to go deep into the plan. That's where we need to be checking for, you know, while they still in that first semester of the plan. Because I think you get more of a feedback and you could put more of an input in at the beginning versus waiting to see what they you see what I'm saying? Waiting to see what they're gonna do, especially if you have a voice now. I think it should be now, because that's how most boards sit. Like, if you wait till the plan's already in full writing and full demand, then you are waiting. You know, it's a process after that. So I think now's the time while the table is fresh and start looking into certain avenues for the repatriation, because that's the only way it's going to move.
Yes, sir.
And that's my look. Those are my thoughts, and that's why I call you for that, because I need to know where I need to. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's what the Most High Jah is telling me to do. Like, go this way. We still waiting. when you say it's time to go now, it's time to go now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand, like, the trickery of the word. Like you said, now mean now. Now don't mean wait 10 years. You know what I'm saying?
Most natural.
So,
Most
yeah.
natural.
That's how my thinking goes. So, you know, that's all I do is sit here and love Jah. You know, I ask for the guidance. So I'm here just to be a nurturer, mother, and and a provider and a helpmate. So, and I'm trying to help us. And I just need a little guidance, you know.
Rastafari.
So, yes, I.
Yes, I. Yeah, man,
That's
give
how
thanks.
I feel about that. Yeah. Because those are things that I sit and, me and my daughters get into, like, well, we can go research this, research that. Because we do have businesses and stuff. So it's like we're still trying to develop and become our empire because we do have an empire. So I have to, get it together. But I also need that king there too to balance the thought,
See.
So that's why I'm brought forward to the eye,
Pardon?
Yes. But and more time, more blessings, more love. Thank you, listeners. Like I said, keep your mind up. That's all I could tell everybody. Open it and keep it up. Yeah. Keep them energies up. So, guidance and protection. And love the eye. Celestia eye.
Rastafari.
Yes, I.
Yes, honorable family. I don't want to jump off of my chair night, but so I say I know I don't want to jump off of a chair. Yeah, so the phone line is open, Zane, and we are take some calls. All right, the phone line open 07852923892. Zane. Them say them apologize and them have a 10-year program. Should we be jubilant about that? Should we be jubilant? Should we be excited that them want to pay us now? We are take calls on 07852923892. They them can link me on the WhatsApp or they them can link me straight, whichever way convenient for the item. Please push the like button also on the video. Would appreciate of that. So we could get around the video to other viewers. So yeah. Interesting. Them have to pay with some money and all. That is a good thing. That is a good thing. Worse, so I don't have no money. So I don't have no money. Hey, you better run the money there now, yeah, man. We need it immediately. Not in the summer, like right now. You know me? Yeah, man. Like right now, immediately. Just I'm looking at my account there and see what go on. Because it's a simple thing, you don't need no whole pa rigmarole nothing, man. Just make we see some whole pa numbers in our account. You know what I mean? And I just eat that. You see me? I just eat that with us. Yeah, and we have free passage for travel go anywhere in the earth, without visa and restriction and all of these type of things. You see me? Then, yeah man, I go have Africans kill themselves to reach Europe and America You see me I say? Pan some little small boats, thinking that England is a better place than Africa for come. You know, the false illusion that sell to our brothers and sisters and you know on the continent, and you know when we are telling them that listen, that is an illusion, you know. Of course, yes, there might be opportunity, yes, not denying that fact. You understand? But the fact is, Africa is a better place because majority of the time, what happen when people leave and they come at them place here, because these places are so comfortable with certain luxuries and these things, people tend to get complacent and forget where they're coming from and ending up through a whole big stone behind them. And that is the thing that we cannot support. You see me? Because the reality of the situation is you're actually, you know, you're putting yourself in slavery. You know? Putting yourself in slavery. That is the reality of the situation. Okay? That are the reality of the situation. So, them best run the money quick and fast. You know what I mean? Yeah, so everyone can be alright and nice. We don't have this false illusion going around and, you know, brothers and sisters, them thinking that them place are better than, you know, where them from. And it's, you know, it's the wrong thing altogether. It's not true. You know, it's not true. Africa is a far better place than this place. You see me? Africa is a far better place than this place. Yeah. Matter how you want to look upon it. Seriously. Yeah. So, we'll take some calls on 07852923892. Why no one call and talk to me when I'm not glad say some money I go run? And nobody have nothing to say. A joke thing I go on, man. Alright, I think probably I need to go on my bed. But I don't feel like I want to go to my bed. Even though, you know what I mean, we have 9 to 5 early in the morning. And, you know, we're going to have to lift up early. You see me? So, wouldn't be nothing still if, you know, we get, you know, some early hours. Yeah, but we are take calls on 07852923892. They are them glad or we are get some money from you know, from the enslavers. The forefathers are the children of the enslavers. Because a whole place involved, you know. The UK is involved, Jamaica is involved, America is involved, and also Africa is involved. You see me? Alright, since if we're not getting no calls, I might play 1 or 2 more songs and I'm going to change the conversation. I'm going to change the topic. See? And change the topic of conversation. And keeping it moving. You know? Yeah, as you know, this reparation is a serious thing, and repatriation, you know, it's paramount important. So, you know, we have to reason about it first. Now, we see other things that took place earlier in the strong. I think it was probably about Monday and thing. More while I kinda lock off from the world more while, you know. So last year, and everything me really sometime I watch no TV and all of them something there. All days me not put it on normal TV. If TV turn on, I use for a different purpose, but now I used to watch nothing really like that. You see me, so we used to some shooting go on in America, which is nothing new. You know, it's nothing new. So we go forward and we go speak about that. Yeah, we go speak about that. Yeah. But before we speak about that, there was a song that I wanted to play. I haven't played it for a long time, so let me play it and then forward and we're going to talk about the shooting we're going on in America.
Na 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 na. There is no place to rest our heads in the sky. Na crucial time. Na 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 na. The poor man no place to rest his head in the sky. Na crucial time. Na 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 na. I got to survive. Our meditation is still quite hustle, try to juggle. But everywhere we turn and we look, most of what we see is trouble, trouble. This system of fights way. Some judge before them get to know way. A little is so much for the poorly. Ever try them best to achieve, but there is no place to rest our heads in the sky. A crucial time. Na 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 na. The poor man no place to rest his head in the sky. A crucial time. Na 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 na. So we take it to Jaja. Alone, alone, I keep us carrying on. Jaja, that keep us standing strong. I can see it in their eyes. Yo, I see the hunger in the children's faces. But the Almighty lives and reigns. Put all your trust in the living King. Some can't rest at home, see how them afflicted. Use them fighting, use over anything. Oh yeah, righteousness must be manifested. All them trying to exalted, but there is no place to rest our heads in the sky. In a crucial time. Na 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 na. They pour you have no place to rest his head in the sky. In a crucial time. Na 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 na. Oi.
I tell you, mindset.
In the sky, a crucial time. Na 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 na. Jah we take it home. Jah alone, alone, I keep us carrying on. Rastafari, that keep us standing strong. God folks have home and birds have nests. The boys don't have no place to rest. My words reach far, far. Yo, up on the wicked man chest. No place to rest in this kind of crucial time. Na 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 na. The poor man no have no place to rest his head in this kind of crucial time. Na 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 na. Oi. Na 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 na.
Lampshade music.
Yeah, man. Kush, Kush. Hear me now? Access representing. Why? I get a youth and what you're doing. Why? Too much shot a bus, I head up, lit up. Yeah. Me no want no more innocent youth a dead. I just do the gun thing. Make them youth a know.
Lampshade music.
Yeah, man.
Me I tell ya.
Kush, hear me now? Access representing.
Me I tell ya. Mindset.
And what you doing? Why? Too much shot a bus, I head up, lit up. Yeah. Me no want no more innocent youth a dead. I just do the gun thing. Make them youth a nowadays I say them a run things. Hey, you know from when I want him. Him never stop until police want him. Hey, left him mama in the morning. Lord, I be screaming and bawling. Hey, I just chew the gun thing. And I make them youth and nowadays I say them a run things. Hey, what me sing say? Every day the boy no stop screw up face. They bank on a muggle gun in a waist, yo. Say him a the badness and him a lucky place. Like him no see say him whole self-abate, yeah. A people girl pick the mayor, the boy rape. And then him a try evacuate the place, Lord. And go back up on police at him gate with citizen and him could not escape. I just do the gun thing. Make them youth and nowadays I say them a run things. Hey, you know from when I warn him. Him never stop until police want him.
May I tell ya?
Fi mama in the morning, Lord I be screaming and bawling. Hey, I just chew the gun thing. And I make them youth and nowadays I say them a run things. Hey, when me sing say him a the done and him don't care a damn. How much him na ramp fi beat it up and kill man. One thing I tell you say, you don't put it down. It not pretty when police and soldier are out you down. Life is precious and sweeter than the gun. From your parent with that thing they use. Walking dead man boy. You see the gun is self-destruction. Just pray to Father God and change your plan. I just do the gun thing. Make them youth and nowadays I say them a run things. Hey, you know from when I warn him. Him never stop until police want him. Hey, left him mama in the morning. Lord I be screaming and bawling. Hey, I just do the gun thing. And I make them youth and nowadays I say them a run things. Hey, when me sing say him a the boss and now him a run the block. I drive up be a big car and have enough gun a lock. Now him friend them go plan up and go full him up a shot. Bust out him head marrow flying a the car back. As the news reach the mama, she just get a shock. She couldn't say a thing, she just gets heart attack. When me did I tell the boy wouldn't stop. Say then I went from them game a board box. I just do the gun thing. Make them youth and nowadays I say them a run things. Hey, you know from when I warn him. Him never stop until police want him. Hey, left him mama in the morning. Lord I be screaming and bawling. I just do the gun thing. And I make them youth and nowadays I say them a run things. I just do the gun thing. From when I warning, left him mama in the morning. I just do the gun thing. Every day the boy not stop screw up fear. A people that think me hear the boy real. I just do the gun thing. I warn him. Left him mama in the morning. I just do the gun thing.
Just do the gun thing. Yeah, in America, all by innocent youth go down more wild. All by innocent people lose them life more wild in America through the gun thing. The Wild West thing, you know. Cowboy and Indian thing. You see me? Yeah. The Confederates and what the other thing. But yeah, gun thing in America. I don't know. I guess the people them must used to that type of, every year, there's no year that you don't have a shooting, more than one shooting. I think this is the first one I've heard so far, if I'm remembering clearly. You see me? 'Cause there might be another one before in the year, yeah. You see me, with the March, so. But this are the one that I can remember. But I remember coming to the end of last year, there was probably about 2. You see me? Yeah. Probably about 2 shooting where one of them was even on camera, live. You see me? And then I think another shooting with some police. Yeah, some police. I think that happened this year. With some police, black police, Pantapita. But that is a different thing still. That is a different thing from mass shooting. When you have civilians rise up and start to shoot down civilians. It's something that is I don't know if regular and normal is the word to use, to justify, if it's a regular thing or it's a normal thing. It's a regular thing, and I don't know if it becomes normal now to, the Americans, I think it's a normal thing out here, stuff, yeah. I know, say, for the year at least you're going to hear 3-4 shooting, and it'll go televised and it'll go get over traction. You see me? Yeah. So this youth are now going out of school there. To tell them the honest truth, I didn't really do pardon me, much research and the whole thing. Still, I didn't really dig into it. But what I've read, and before me even read anything, I I've drawn my conclusion. You see me I say? That this youth probably used to go to the school, which he did, and then when me read in the thing, me I see say him is a past student of the school. Now they make it clear that is a Christian school and so on and so on. You see me? And you have some, and I'm not trying to justify his hat now. I'm just trying to work out why, you know, he would go back to the school and do something like that. You see me? That it end up lose even his life. You know? But I don't know if, you know, them used to interfere with that youth at the school. You know? Because you have all sort of teachers that get up to all sort of dirty behaviors. You see me? And the youths them remember and, you know, they feel like, you know, they probably can't even live with themselves for knowing, say, boy, these people even still exist. And them have to do something about it. You know what I mean? Who know if it's something like that where, you know, them interfere with the youth while the youth was going to school. You know? 'Cause you do have them people inside the schools. You know what I mean? 'Cause you say in England where enough youth where them used to go football training and in enough of the academies them and all of them something there. You hear enough of the footballers, them past footballers come out and call out the man them where used to feel them up and do all sort of, you know, nastiness to them. Big footballers. Yeah. And after how much years them a come out and say these things. You see me? Some of the man them still living and some of them dead. You see me? But who is living, them expose them and, you see me? I say them call them out. So who to tell if it's something like that them do to the youth and the youth go back and do what them do? Because I watch the video and it look like you must search with somebody specifically. You know what I mean? Yeah, it look like him a specific person. It look like that specific person he might look for. You see, I don't know if I read into the video wrong, but we me see my march up and down and thing, you know. It look like that specific person he might look for. You see it? So we don't know if at that the youth go down a hole in him from how long, or it's just another psychopathic game freak, game head. I don't know. Because, you know, when these things happen, you know, them say, you know, these people are sick and, you know what I mean? You know, something wrong with them. So I don't know if him just one of the you know, the loose cannon them will normally come out every year, or him just did operate off of something that happened to him and him just feel the strength now to go back and retaliate. Because America, is prone for these things. Gun shooting, mass shooting, right through the year. And some of the time, because we're on the international side of things, a lot of other shooting might take place that we don't hear about. That is mass shooting. You know what I mean? A whole part of shooting take place that we not hear about, man. You see me? Where not really it met the news, but it probably don't make the international news. It's more the local news in America or the national news in America. You see me? Or nationwide in America. So, shooting going right round the clock, it look like. Because them, you bear arms in America. I mean, hear politicians come out and were crying for reform, with gun laws. And I don't know if it's because of it was the individual. What him name? Boris Johnson friend. Donald Trump. Yeah. Don't know if it's because it was Trump, them never take him serious. But he had the power at the time. He should have done something rather than just talking about it, I don't know. He tried to do something, I think. He tried to do something. But I don't think he get anywhere with it. But I don't know. That I one of the thing why me not like America. You see me? The gun thing. That I one of the thing why me not like America. Seriously. You see me? Because if people can't have them thing there or get them thing there just like that, then you're gonna have shooting all the time, man. You're gonna have shooting all the time because you have some lunatic everywhere. You have lunatics everywhere. And a man does say a thing to you, and if you use a lunatic and you don't like it, and you have all your firearm on you're probably going to use it. Because true, use a lunatic, and a man tell you something, you just feel like, say, boy, the only way you can respond is by discharging your firearm. You know what I mean? So, America, gun thing, no, man. When I like them, a place, people too free for walk up and down with gun. You see me? Yeah. Free for walk up and down with gun. Me don't know. If me know somebody where me not love gun and them thing there. You see me? But if me did ever for even visit them place there, as me reach a immigration, them have to give me one firearm. Straight up. As me reach a immigration, them have to give me one firearm. Nah, man, me different, man. Yeah, man, so them have to deal with me different. You see me? As me reach want a firearm. You bear arms here, then listen. We need a firearm immediately. I'm not take no check. You know me? I'm a visitor here. When I leave, me give back a firearm. But while I'm here, me need it. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, talk about. And then everybody can bear arms. Oh yeah, I say, man. Me have to, just for my security. Yeah, man, just for my security, man. Serious. And I'm not here promoting guns, but because them place the, you know, them place the run like that. Everybody have firearm. Well, I don't think everybody have firearms still, but you know, you can bear arms then, you know what I mean? You're supposed to yeah. Most people will have it. You see me? And most people are gonna have it illegal, because if you check the place we have guns illegal. See, where you can't bear arms unless you have a license to bear arms. Like in Jamaica, for instance. And then you check how much people have illegal guns there. You see me? And against a place like America where you can bear arms. See? You check the ratio against how much people have guns there. You see me? So, yeah. You know, we have to know what we are doing. You see me? And I'm not for sale. Let me just put that out there. Yeah. But, you know, we have to know what we're doing. You know? Yeah, we have to know what we are doing. We're in a them place there. But, yeah, man, in America, there, you know, the gun thing, it's a normal thing for the people, them. Yeah, normal thing. The little youth there, why? You know, them just give them life just like that. I don't know, probably it was an Android, something like, you know. But, yeah, condolence to the people them will lose them life, you know. Yeah, man, condolence to them people, yeah. Yeah. Rasta. Yeah, man, that nice. Yeah, my family, so America, I need to do something about them guns. And who can really have guns. You see, because when you have crazy people out there, you know, when you have crazy people out there with guns, no. You know, you're prone to have these things, man. You're prone to have these type of incidents, you know, popping up here and there because you have mad people with guns. You see me? You have mad people with guns. Mad people go in a supermarket and shoot up people. You see me? And me know say if I in a Jamaica them thing they happen. Seeing? And police say them a go hunt whoever do that. Or dip on the trail other individual there. I must all when Jesus in other somebody they pocket. Zin, them do a mass murder, them shoot up some whole of people like that and police in a Jamaica they pan in jail. Oh my God, man. You know, sir, them they not come back alive, you know, once them police there get in contact with them, you know. There's no coming back. But we see all the time in America, some man do whole pa shooting and kill whole pa people, and police just get them and, you know, them gone to jail. You see me? Them gone to jail just like that, man. I say, yo. Man, they just kill a whole heap of people like that and I just so. Nah, man. You must go off it, I don't know. Well, I guess that's where white privilege come in. You know what I mean? You know, 'cause if it's a black man that, you know. I'm telling you, man, if it's a black man do a mass shooting like that, man, all 3 state of police them a call, man. No mind sharp them call all the army or the navy. Yeah, man, if it's a black man do something like that. If it's a black man do something like that, man, may I tell her. Yeah. All of the SWAT team them from across the US. Go and look for that them man there. Him not go in alive. Him not go in alive, man. No in alive way. And him just kill, him just go in all one school and shoot how much people. Black man. Hey. Him not go in alive. Yes, the best believe that. I look upon George Floyd. George Floyd, they does have one fake note. Then say, one fake note. I try to get some food. And them name in him neck for that. Snuff out him life. You see me? So. But me see a thing I develop. But the place are still. You see me, because me hear a thing go on the other day in the UK. And it was a virgin, somebody burn up or throw acid. No, somebody set a light. Some Muslim virgin. Seeing as them come out of mask. Now when I up on one of them social platform there and them say them catch the virgin who did it, cause it was a couple weeks ago, couple strong ago it was. You see me? And I think it happened in Birmingham, I think. Yeah. Now I don't know why a African virgin. I don't know. I don't remember where in Africa the virgin was from, but I know you know, he's from Africa. And he was saying some Christian things still, some Jesus thing and all of that. But why, I not get that. Why? you know, that look like somebody trying to create some mischief. You know? Somebody trying something, you know. Or that black man, something was wrong with him. And it never looked like anything was wrong with him still. When me see them hold him, if I him are the person who really set the Muslim brethren them on fire. If I him, me never really see nothing wrong with him. You see me? Some serious thing, you know, some serious thing I build up in other place, you know, in other place, yeah. Some serious thing I build up in other place, yeah. And, you know, when it kick off, so last year, you know, I don't want to be here in it. Yeah, man, I don't want to be here in it at all. You see me? Yeah. Because, yeah, I can just see, you know, what them have lining up. You see me? Yeah, man. All the time I know it's 4 minutes to the hour of 2 o'clock. So honorable family, you know, in the next 4 minutes, you know, I'm going to love the item and make a move. You know? Yeah, man, and yeah, it's been an honor and a pleasure. You know, there with the item. We did supposed to be here a little bit earlier. But nonetheless, you know, we're here same way. And, you know, we're keeping it consistent. Yeah, we're keeping the consistency. And, yeah. The quality, you know, over quantity. Yeah. So we give thanks, you know, for the item taking its time. You know, it's been an honor and a pleasure. You know, yeah, man. Being an honor and a pleasure. We'll go there later on, and you know, we have something very interesting, something that's been on my heaven for the last couple of days that I want to speak about. I wanted to speak up. Me did drag down something. I just true. Me not really follow directly what me did write down. Cause I write down a whole lot of things and more while. That's my structure that I work with, but me never, for some reason, I never work with it not at all this evening. Or in the night, yeah. But yeah, there are some things that there's one particular thing that I want to really speak about. I talked about it sometime last year. I remember talking about it, and I think I need to resurface it again. A whole lot of things that we need for resurface, but I think this one is imperative, and I need to bring it forward because you know it's imperative. It's important. So tomorrow evening we're going to deal with it. You know what I mean? We are going to look upon marijuana. We want to look upon ganja, marijuana, and at the same time, you know, talk about there's another thing we want to talk about, but I'm not going to disclose that. But the main thing we want to look upon tomorrow is marijuana. You see me? Yeah, marijuana, and especially here in the UK, but generally, marijuana we are look upon tomorrow. It's something that I need to speak about, I think. So, yeah, man, manners and respect and peace and love. Thank the item for taking the time. The item just continue to take care of the item self. And Yeah, man, until we link up tomorrow or later on. Yeah, man. You know, it's already tomorrow for me. It's already Thursday. Thursday morning here. So, more love, more strength, guidance and protection. Holy Emmanuel I, King Selassie I, Jah, Rastafari. Bless and sanctify. Sanctify and bless.
For thousands of years, humans have been searching, studying the plants around us, working to create herbal healing solutions, blended with the best from Mother Nature, a gateway to healing and a better life. This is the answer.
That subscribe button. See you on the next video. Start the mind. Smash that subscribe button. See you on the next video. I just start the mindset. Smash that subscribe button. See you on the next video. I just start the mindset. Smash that subscribe button. See you on the next video. I just start the mindset. Smash that subscribe button. See you on the next video. I just start the mindset. Smash that subscribe button. See you on the next video. I just start the mindset. Smash that subscribe button. See you on the next video. I just start the